This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to a review of Titans Season 3, Episode 4, Blackfire. And it was another good episode. I really enjoyed it. I was interested to see what was going on. There are two main storylines going on in this. The first is Nightwing and Red Hood, and the second involves both Beast Boy, Starfire, and Blackfire. I'm going to go into all of this, and I think that, it was a pretty episode just to say it first. Didn't like it as much as I think as the ones we saw last week, but think those all had such big crazy twists. I just like them a little more, but let's go into this. We start out the episode kind of dealing with the repercussions of what happened last week with the death of Hawk, and that was, of course, interesting to see, and how both Superboy and Dove were taking it. Superboy thought that he was too slow and he wasn't, Superman, and Superman would be able to save Hank, but I think that, of course we know that it was actually the fault of Dawn, and she does admit to it that it being her fault that she pulled the trigger that set it off, because honestly I think that Superboy couldn't have done anything any better. He did everything to the best of his ability, but it was Dawn who chose to go and kill Jason, even though she knew that he was going to be, that Hank was going to be saved by, Superboy, since they had the device ready. And yeah, I think it is kind of on her for making that decision, but it was also Jason's manipulations that went to do that. And I was looking at some of the stuff, that was just, pretty solid startup. And then we kind of go into one of the two plots where it seems that Red Hood wants to have Scarecrow killed, and I kind of saw that Twiscomio was like, does he really want him dead? Because I feel like if Red Hood wanted Scarecrow dead, he would be dead. And it turns out that, that little thing in the back of my head was right at the end. I kind of, was like, maybe I'm wrong. But once I learned that I was right, I was like, probably shouldn't have doubted myself. And while watching, we continue on to see everything continue. While watching, we, look at everything that happened. And, of course, Nightwing goes and breaks Crane out of Arkham before he's transferred to Blackgate, knowing that Red Hood is going to intercept and rescue him, since he's already figured it out. And he brings him to the cabin where both him and Jason were trained by Bruce, and it's pretty brutal where they are. And that's the thing, it's pretty interesting to see how brutal it was for, this to happen, and how Bruce trained them. And this Bruce Wayne was definitely a lot more harsh with his training and a lot more extreme in it, unlike, other versions of Batman who still, were hard in the training, but not having it to be as brutal and having them fight wolves and stuff. And like the first night, from what it sounded like, and honestly, I think it was, it was pretty interesting to see how brutal Bruce Wayne was in this universe. And he definitely was more of a broken Batman in a more dark, continuity, and it makes sense definitely why he, left both Robins broken after, they finished. And just looking at it, I think it was so interesting to see what was going on. And let's finish up the Scarecrow story. I think it's interesting that he was the one who kind of forced Jason to do all of this, and that Jason revealed everything to him. And it's interesting to see how, Scarecrow was playing everything with him, and honestly, I really liked that part of it. And then with, I think the Red Hood story's been pretty interesting. And then the Blackfire storyline, I mean, it was still interesting, but it feels like they were just trying to set her up to be the villain and putting her in a cell, but Starfire rescues her. And I think that was still a pretty good story, and it makes sense to someone not want their sister to be kind of locked in the cage by the government, but then again, she is, a dangerous villain, and now is going to become, I think, the main villain of the season. So it seems like, in the long term, she's probably made the wrong decision, and I just hope that, at least for them in the universe, that no one else dies because of this decision. But really, I'm interested to see where this continues on to. And, this video is going to be shorter than the one I did last week, but the one I did last week was also off the first 3 episodes. This is only 1 episode. So, I don't think there's much more for me to say. Honestly, I'm really interested to see where this goes, and I like how both, Red Hood and Blackfire are being set up. I definitely prefer Red Hood a little more, but I am a Batman fan, so that's, kind of part of me that I just want to see the story of Jason continue. But I am so excited to see where this goes. And I'm excited for the rest of the season. Just to see, I think, I'm not even sure if it's going to be over yet. I think Doom Patrol comes out middle of September. But I thought I heard Titans was going to go until early October. I'm not fully sure about that one. And I do want to see what's going on with this. But even if it is being overlapped by Doom Patrol, I still want to see Doom Patrol. It was a really good season. Let's kind of just talk about Doom Patrol quickly, but yeah, I'm kind of excited for both. I definitely want to see the rest of this. I think it's a pretty interesting storyline setup. And with this, I'll see you all on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.